we return. Now, Adi, it goes off. It goes off. The bomb goes off. You are knocked to the floor, and the next thing you see are two bronze masks standing over you that take your arms and load you into a cart.
Can I try to resist that?
Yes, you can resist that. Yeah, 100%. Do you want to resist it to, like...
So, to, like, get up before anyone finds me after I get knocked down?
For them to be approaching you as opposed to have you in a cart.
Yeah.
That sounds like a resistance roll, yeah.
Yeah, what would that be?
I mean, it could be... like mental fortitude sort of.
Well, I mean, I guess is it the force of it knocking me to the ground that's like why I'm in pain, or is it like
it is.
mental...
It's the ghost force. That's why I was wondering if it might be the last one. Whatever it's
resolve.
I think it might be resolve.
Resist consequences from mental strain or willpower.
That sounds like it to me.
Okay.
It's like you're getting knocked down by the sheer ghostly force of it.
Hey V.
Yeah.
Did you remember to add your +2 die?
No, why 2?
Because you get 1 from Fortune and Fire.
Ah,
and then because
cool.
we are anointed, we get +1 die to resistance rolls against supernatural threats.
Yeah.
Specifically. Cool. I'm gonna roll an extra 2 then.
Yeah, just roll.
I roll pretty well.
This shit.
Because you got 5. Let's see if we can get a 6 out of it.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get a crit.
Nope.
Yeah.
1 and a 3. So yeah, no. Fine.
Yeah. All right. So you hear you hear this you hear the whistles of the spirit wardens, which are like whistles that create that dual tone effect.
Yeah.
And yeah, you hear those and like the sound of like the feet running, and like and a cart clattering, and they're approaching you from the crow's foot side.
And I think Adi like shakes the spirit energy off and like reaches deep inside herself where she's like heard like Belle's bell a few times now and like finds that within herself, like the echoes of that, and uses the that strength to get back up, and like she's like, oh shit, and tries to run for his like cover, I guess. So I guess she runs towards Crow's Foot.
I mean, Crow's Foot is the way they're coming from.
Oh, they're coming from Crow's Foot. All right. Yeah. I'll go around. Yeah. So here, this little block of.
Yep. You're going to go up there and head back up in Crow's Foot and loop back.
Yeah.
Cool. Sounds good.
And try and do that. So.
Do.
I assume that will be a roll to evade them.
Yes, it is definitely.
Yeah, you should take the long, like try and take the long way round, like then go into the docks and then up into Brightstone and then like come hook back round into Charter Hall. Circuitous.
What do you think this is?
Get to Charter Hall. To run away, it's probably like a prowl about unseen.
That sounds it's like you're trying not to be seen, you're trying to move quickly. Yeah, I think that makes sense to me.
So
this is desperate because they're on your tail.
Right.
Mark that XP.
And like, what's your intention? Lose them or like get safely to a certain place?
Go for broke.
Get safely to like Grandma's shop, I guess. It's like really close to where I need to be.
Yep,
that's true.
Yep. I don't think you're going to get all the way there, so I think it's limited if that's your current like the way you're stating your intention.
Yeah, I mean it's quite a way. So I mean I would settle for halfway, like maybe towards.
I mean, do you remember also you could just then push for stand?
That's true. You're right.
That's what I'm setting you up for.
Yeah, okay. So let's see if Adi makes it to Grandma's shop. I will push myself.
Do you like a
do you have a devil's bargain for me? Yeah, I would love to hear it.
Devil's bargain, they get a clear read of you, right? They know who you are.
Oh, it's a different devil's bargain.
Yeah.
They don't tail you back there immediately, but like Grandma's shop gets implicated
Oh no.
and we start a clock that's like
Yes.
the Felds come under investigation.
Yeah.
Where like your
Ooh.
family gets brought into this,
Yeah.
which among other things, when it filled, probably would like count as your vice purveyor cutting you off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I like that as a player. Adi hates that as a character, which is why I
That's
would hate
my
it.
goal.
Yeah.
Do you want to check a what, like six tick
Six.
clock with 1 tick on it for
Yeah.
the Devil's Bargain?
Mm-hmm. So 6 with 1 failed investigation. Failed paranormal investigation.
Yeah, Inspector
'Cause it- 'cause it is
Nixus
specific-
hears
it's-
word of this.
I mean, the thing is, it is specifically the Spirit Wardens, right? Like that we're talking about right now.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, because like Grandma probably is like skirting on the edge of a spirit warden
Yep.
investigation
Yeah.
constantly anyway,
Mm-hmm. That's definitely a thing.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
and like also given your mother, like your family.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, you don't want the spirit ones come poking around.
No,
That'd
I
be
don't.
bad.
So it's a prowl. It's desperate.
Yay.
Standard effect.
Yes, if you're pushing yourself.
Well, and then can I get an extra die for the Devil's Bargain?
Yeah, you Devil's Bargain die and you push yourself for effect. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Hey,
I
nailed
got
it.
there.
You got there. Good job. And you didn't. I was totally gonna like if you got a 4 or 5. I was totally be like, you get there, but Grandma is more angry.
Oh,
But yeah, you get there, and she's and like I think she just immediately goes into like into like, what have you been doing? You're injured. I can see you have scrapes on your face. Here, come lay down. Stop that. No, you need to rest. Here, I'll get you a hot water bottle. Right? Like,
Yeah.
it's a little bit scoldy, but it's mostly care.
Yay, Grandma.
And I think like Adi lets her do it even though it's taking time, like because she's just had such a shit day that she's just
I mean,
like
you've been running for like, in order to like lose them and get to Grandma's
Yeah.
shop, you've been on the thing for like at least an hour.
yeah,
right?
for
Like,
sure.
Yeah.
If not longer, like an
Yeah.
hour and a half.
An
And so
hour-
like
Yeah.
Adi totally sits down and like is like is aware that needs to get to club, but is like I need some of this grandma attention right now. So
Mhm.
she's
Good thing you did all that training with Corin.
it's true.
Exactly. Yep.
Exactly that extra prowl made all the difference.
Uh-huh. Cool.
Nice.
Back in Ghost Duskfall, there are definitely like there is a tide now to the things, but not enough for it to like really be making a clear way. So yeah, like the ghosts that are like repeatedly like tearing down and eating the bridge, like feel like keep getting swept as they do it, but it's not meaning that they're not there.
Okay.
Bella's just gazing out over the water.
And yeah, Corin, you found a boat.
So I think Chimera is going to take Belle's hand and pat it slightly and say, "Come now, dear, we must focus. Are you with me?"
Sorry. What?
"I believe we need to get myself across this river. I have a boat here."
Do you know how to sail?
I mean, like the boat is in that shop with
Right.
the demon.
Right.
You can't just grab it.
"I think, dear, we might have to do a little bit of maintenance on this undead person here."
And yeah, I think Belle just like turns around and like sees this like weird spooky dead thing, and like their eyes light up and they just like start like striding over there
Oh,
and like reaching into inside their pockets and pulling out a bunch of like weird doodads.
so
They've got-
Corin goes and sits in the boat and waits.
I mean, you can't get in the boat yet, right? Like, because remember, the boat is in the shop that you need to get past.
Okay, so we're blocking. They're being blocked. All right.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is the shop that the boat is in is filled with a demon.
So, despite the fact that Corin has a weapon in his hand, he's sort of
Yeah.
being a little bit like this is something that somebody else needs to do for him for some reason.
Yep. Yeah, so
Some
yeah, like,
reason.
Belle like comes over into the doorway and yeah, like settles down on their haunches and just like calls softly and is like, "Good morning, neighbor. We are in need of boat to cross a river because ghosts are all," and they just kind of like wave their hand like, "Ah, I see you have a boat. Would you mind if we borrowed it?"
A flock of bluebirds erupts from the stomach of the corpse, which fly a few meters and then die.
I'm sorry, I do not speak bird semaphore.
One of the like claws just knocks the boat over.
Is that yes?
What? It sounds like there's a roll here, Luke.
I think I'm consorting.
Sounds like consorting.
I'm consorting. I'm hanging out with this demon. It's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
And I have potency.
What? Ah.
I'm communicating with the supernatural.
All right. I mean, so it's like several tiers above you, but so I think that brings us up to standard from limited.
Yep, that works for me.
God damn you and your spooky bullshit.
So, position?
It's only risky because you're like
I'm not like up in its face.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I take off my arcane implements and leave behind a bunch of weird, spooky things for it to eat,
yes, you
will
can
that take me up to great?
Yes.
Yeah. So I think like Belle fishes out like a vial of quicksilver and some like black salt. And like a vial of electroplasm, and then like a spirit anchor and some other like weird shit. I think the puppet too. Probably.
I was going to say the puppet has to be
with
in
an
this
expression
list.
of like regret.
Yeah,
like sighs and like drops the puppet down there. All right, so it's risky. Effect is great.
Yeah, and like
would you
and
like
like you put these things down, right? And it and like it like puts its claw next to them and then uses the like hairs on the like crab claws
to like wrap around it
to like escalate up the thing up the arms and down and then down into the like abdomen of this dead body.
Yeah, and I think Belle just like reaches out and just like pats the claw like, yeah, good pleasure doing business.
Yeah. All right, so let's see what that roll looks like.
Yeah, it's great. Karin, would you like to help me?
Karin, if Karin helps,
would Karin or my new lady friend like to help?
Zamira. So not helping reduces the clock. It's a Zamira action. Helping.
I think I need to.
Helping is neither.
Helping.
If you help, you don't
Nothing
move
happens.
the clock. If you
Right.
don't help, you move it towards Zamira. You bring it down.
Zamira. Okay. Well, if I can stay at 7 o'clock, then I can still help you. So, I think let's do that.
All right, cool.
What does that look like?
Whoop.
I think it looks like Zamira is kind of tapping into Corin's energy and just radiating a sort of an electrical field out and disturbing the field of the demon.
Right. Cool. All right.
And just kind of distracting and annoying it almost.
Yeah. Right. It's like I just want to get you out of my business.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got great, and you've got you've done the thing. So it definitely like helps you into the boat and like lowers the boat into the water.
And Belle is so into it. Bella's delighted. It's like, have we just made a new friend? I think
And
they ask.
then
I think they ask like what its name is as the boat is going there. It's like, what is your name, friend? I'm Belle.
I think its name is just the number 1000.
Cool.
Can
I put that on my contact list?
You can put it as a neutral contact, sure.
Yes.
1000, a demon.
1000, a horrific crab corpse thing. A hermit crab demon in a body.
That was the implication. It's like a bag of holding hermit crab with a body instead.
That's good.
Like a hermit crab.
But
in a corpse. Yep.
But
I think I think that the complication is that like it's scary and Corin has to be brave.
Oh no.
So that clock goes up to 8.
Oh.
You got this, Corin. It's fine.
Okay.
I believe in you. Yeah, and so we're in the boat, in the water, and Belle just like completely blithely oblivious to the fact that Corin is having a crisis, just addresses the spirit in Corin. It's just like, all right, so we're in the boat. Can you sail a boat?
No, dear, I can't.
You have a gondolier's pole.
I do.
As in, like, whoever has the
collective
boat.
Speed. The boat has one.
The boat has one.
The boat has one.
And it's a gondola, so it doesn't have a sail, which is annoying.
No.
Oh, let me check a thing.
I like the idea that Samira's probably taken like a million gondola rides. She's like, yeah, someone always does this for me.
Yeah, right?
This is a gondolier who does it for me.
You need to hold that thing and I think swing it back and forth, like you mean it.
Gosh.
I have a question, Ash.
Uh-huh.
Because, like, okay. So we look at the book.
All right, we're bringing the book into it.
And the definition, just because I actually need to double check if the thing I'm asking for is possible.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But I think it is. If we look at the definition of... What the fuck does this look? Of a tune. Right? Like, channel nearby electroplasmic energy, right? Like, you can channel energy, you can, like, manipulate the ghost field. We are in the ghost field, right? Like, everything around us is part of the ghost field right now.
Yeah, but you're not Neo in the Matrix.
Am I not?
No. like as a GM, I'm making a ruling, right? When you are in the ghost field, like attuning doesn't make you Neo. What you might do to attune, Luke, is have some effect on the ghosts in the water.
Yeah, right. Whereas I was like wondering if the water itself could just like
the water is more likely to be like because the water is more likely to be electroplasm, right? In the ghost field, it's more like there's you're more likely to be able to manipulate the water with a tune, but it would still be limited. But it's definitely like that, manipulating the water specifically, possible.
Is it still limited if I have a special ability that lets me control weather?
It's not weather, it's yeah.
That's fair. Alright.
It's especially not weather if it's electroplasm. Yeah. But yeah, there even now there are ghosts in the water clamoring at the ground.
Yeah, I mean, fuck it. Like, I think Belle is like, there's a moment of Belle is like, still having a really good time, right? Like Belle's like, yeah, like we're in the ghost city. We met this cool demon. We're having everything's great. And then now we're in the boat, and Samira doesn't know how to drive. And Belle's never driven a fucking gondola. And Belle's just like, oi, oi, oi.
So I think Zamira is going to give you instructions. She's going to start ordering you about and tell you what she knows about this from
about gondola pilot.
gondolas from the from
inordinate amount of gondolier time she's had.
Yeah, I mean, fuck it. Yeah, like let's just roll prowl. Let's just see what happens. Or actually, no. So I tell you what I think this is, because like, I think the piloting of a gondola is not the hardest thing in the world.
No.
Like the challenging thing here is not the part where where you have to like stroke on either side. It's the part where there's an endless army of ghosts in front of us.
Yes.
Right.
And I think Belle is both like one, like a
ghosts that are in a pulling things into the water mood.
I mean, this isn't a bridge.
No.
So like that helps a little.
I mean, it's kind of like a bridge though.
Yeah, like it's in that weird. It's an edge case.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I think Belle is both like an observant person generally, and also like a keen scholar of ghost behavior. And so I think Belle just like stands there for a moment, just like not paying any attention to what Zamira is saying, just like watching the movement of like the water and also of the ghosts, and like starting to see the pattern here that's going on, and then just starts like picking a way through the places where ghosts aren't going to be.
Uh-huh.
And I think I'm rolling survey.
Good setup. Well done.
Thank you. I try.
Nicely done.
Yep. And
if you're being helped by Zamira, then the clock will go down.
So
that sounds like a good thing.
That's a very good thing.
I assume this is desperate, Ash?
Yes.
Yep. I thought so. I just wanted to ask.
What's your intention? What do you want the outcome to be?
Because like here's the thing, right? Like, whoa.
That's
Oh, the Zamira clock, right?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, did I accidentally hit a thing?
No.
Yeah, because I think here's like Belle's thought. Belle's just like, fuck it, like all of the fucking bridges are down.
Yep.
Like there is no point in just going across to like the next island over, and then we have to like portage the fucking gondola across the rest of Silkshore over to the next one. Like I think Belle is just like, no, okay, we're just going on a river trip.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool. Limited.
And I just want to row my way all the way to this bit here. That's give me a moment. Let me find the right pinging tool. This bit here that's right behind the central.
So I'm gonna say that's limited.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
So like we're not gonna get the whole way there. You're gonna conk out, tire out, or get lost before then, unless you want to push yourself forward or whatever.
I am happy to hear any devil's bargains if anyone has any they like.
I like the idea of a devil's bargain where we take 2 off the Zamira tightrope. As Zamira gets,
I don't care.
Zamira gets too into bossing you around and telling you stories of like times that she's had on the gondola.
I mean, Belle's probably really into that. Oh shit! Haha. Ash.
So that's my devil's bargain. It is fucking with Derek some more.
Yeah, I mean, Derek, if you're on board with that, I'm
totally on board with that. I love being Zamira. On a boat, you can just see her finding a fan at the bottom of the boat.
100% just like suddenly has a parasol somehow.
So Ash, my fine spirit mask.
Yes.
Which is quality 2. Its main purpose and property and like function is to allow a trained user to see supernatural energies in great detail.
You want to like, so
does that push me up to great if I put on my spirit mask? Because like again,
it'll push you up 1 level. So you're starting at
yeah, it'll take me to standard.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm gonna push myself for great.
Because like when you put it on, right, you totally see the like current flows, right?
Yeah, I can see like past ghost, present ghost, future. Like they're all leaving overlapping.
You can totally like pull a treatise it, right? Like,
yeah, and I don't think we've actually seen Belle we might have seen it like way back in episode 1.
I think it was like episode 2 because it was whenever you spooked that lady.
Yes, it was the lady
First-
ghost. Yeah, and so yeah, I don't actually remember how I described it then, so I'm just gonna make something up.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I think it's made from coal.
Right.
I think it's like incredibly fine, like flakes of coal, like flaked off in the same way that like slate flakes that have then been like glued together into like a mask.
Yeah, it's a very expensive form of paper mache.
Yeah, exactly. Like wafer thin coal paper mache. And I think it has I don't know if it is like oh fuck. It's like some kind of mushroom that is like bioluminescent. But like in an like ultraviolet in like an ultraviolet frequency that was like mushed up and used to like paint like the design of like a face on it. And so it here in the spirit world, it like glows. And it's some kind of traditional weird, horrible folklore demon from like Scotland,
Big
right? Like
pointy teeth.
It's fucking
tongue.
It's Baba Yaga. It's Baba Yaga.
Right,
it's like it's got like droopy like eye bags and like little frowny marks around the mouth.
But it also has like big pointy teeth and a point and like a long tongue.
And a pointy nose and
no, it doesn't have a pointy nose.
No pointy nose?
No pointy nose. Big long tongue.
Yeah, cool. I'm into it. So that takes me up to standard. I'm going to push myself for great. Take 2 stress, and I get +1 die because of Zavira. Boom.
Oh. You took a devil's bargain. Does that mean you can't push yourself?
Push yourself for so you can't push yourself for a dice. So if you push yourself for effect, you can do that. So Zamira, Zamira Karan, take 2 off your clock.
Also, fun fact: I just filled my Insight XP track.
Yeah, makes sense.
So I'm going to take. I'm going to take. Fuck it! I'm going to take my survey up to 3.
Cool. So, yeah, you pull up and you like take a long path because you're following the currents and the which ways of the ghosts.
Yeah, and so I think we end up going like around here, like up here, and then like through it here, and then up there.
And there's definitely a point where like you take a different path because Zamira demands it. It's like no, we have to go and see such and such, right? Like we have to.
Yeah, I think I'm planning to then we go down here, and she's like, no, we have to go and look at a thing in Brightstone. So then we go all the way down here,
exactly.
and then up this little canal, and like finally we get our way.
So you make your way to like the riverside next to the Centralia Club, and and like the ghosts are like the ghosts pawing at your gondola is are like so tired. Like there are some of them have been following you the whole way trying to get in your gondola, and like they can't ever get anything more than their hands and faces out of the water. That's just that's like a thing about what they are, right? About these particular ghosts. But they've been trying the whole time. And so there's these like exhausted ghosts just being like, ugh.
Yeah, and I think Belle just like shakes that, like looks down at them, like shakes their head, and like reaches into the jacket and pulls out a couple of vials of electroplasm, and just like unstops them and then like empties them into the water and is like, if you do not learn to pace yourselves, you will be having problems in this city. Spirit wardens everywhere. If you were panting like this with them chasing you, where would you be?
One of them looks up at you and is like, "You're not my mom."
No, I am your armor Bell, and you will listen.
And he just like shrinks back into the water.
And Belle nods like, yes, that is correct.
Chimera occasionally turns around and swats one of them with her
the fan.
The fan and
the fan glowing with Corin's like touch stuff, and it's just like no. Yeah, and so Belle like gets up out of the thing and like reaches down and like offers you a hand.
Oh, puts the hand over the arm and steadies herself getting out.
Yeah, and we just like stroll, and it's like it's visible from the canal. Like, we just like, stroll across the
Yeah, I
square.
mean, like the Centralia Club in the spirit world is this really so. It is this almost like natural stalagmite formation that is like growing up out of the ground, and it is like covered in like gargoyles like that hiss and growl as anyone approaches. There are no ghosts nearby. The ghosts are all like, fuck that, right? Like, they're scared of these gargoyles. And I think it's...
How old is it?
It's one of the older buildings in the city.
Okay, so we're talking like even like on the scale where we imagine like Victorian England is like the present day, we're talking like Beowulf.
Yeah.
Beowulf was just getting written, right? Okay, so they're all in, like an Anglo-Saxon. Yeah.
It is absolutely what's the axe? It's absolutely the Club of Theseus, right? Like it's the social club of Theseus, and it's repeatedly been just like upgraded and all of these sorts of things, and it's I think
like Grendel gargoyles.
Yeah. What you're looking at is like the original, like there was some kind of like geyser or something that created this rock formation that made it a sacred place.
And then it got carved and adapted.
Yeah, exactly.
And Bella's just like looking around with like a lot of interest. Like,
Yep. And I think with the two of you standing there and Adi heaving for breath in Grandma's shop and Nightfall coming in through the door of Grandma's shop, we leave it for tonight.
Nice.
So
that's pretty good.
Let's do our little XP dance, because that was like I don't think there's much left in this mission, but I don't want to like I don't want to like accidentally set us up for another hour of play and then be like right?
Yeah.
So let's do the things, starting with Adi. Adi,
yes.
Do you have some experience points?
I probably do. Address the challenge with technical skill or mayhem. Well, I thought it was technical skill, but it turned out to be
mayhem.
It turned out to be mayhem instead.
Correct. So I take an XP for that. Yep. Express my beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I think there was a nice little scene there with Corin and Adi looking for her mum and continuing that drive. And then struggling with issues from vice or traumas during the session. I think this was the session of much paranoid, traumatic Adi.
Yep, definitely. Yep.
At least.
I also would like to make a case that like the fact that we like now have a clock and like a bad clock about your family.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's true.
And the fact that your like first instinct when you're in trouble was to like go to ground at grandma's.
Yeah, I think that definitely counts as
really
like your vice. Yep.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking vice. I was thinking like background.
Well, I think that counts as vice getting you in trouble as well.
Those. Yeah, that's true.
So I think Mark 2 for both of those.
Yeah, Mark 2.
So Mark 2 for background, like the heritage background, and Mark. So you should have 5 all
Okay. Okay, cool. So then I have 1 extra.
Mark 2.
Yes.
Cool.
That's the version that doesn't fail at wrecking.
Sweet. I get 1 advance.
Nice.
Think about that.
And then let's do Luke next.
Cool. All right, so address challenge. So I already did all my desperate actions. I leveled up my insight. Good job, me. Address challenge with knowledge or arcane power. I opened the ghost door, and I navigated the sea. And I think both of those are about my knowledge of being a spook.
Yep, I think that's true.
I expressed my beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. There was the whole really sad bit at the beginning with Kellen and like the Scovelish gifting traditions. That was really upsetting. And then like the cool spirit mask bit at the end.
Yeah, I think that counts.
It was also about my background and my heritage. And also we got some like fun interaction with a demon that I think showed us the extent of the degree to which Belle is just like spooky things are just people too.
Yep. Definitely.
And then struggled with issues, I think reckless, because this whole plan was pretty reckless, and Belle was not at any point like there was no like hesitation, there was no attempt to like gather information. Belle was just like, no, we will go through the ghost city and this will be fine.
Yep.
Got this. And then I think I was haunted.
You would definitely.
When I was all distracted by the sea and not helping Corin.
Yeah, I was like, I see Luke hitting their XP trigger.
Yep, so that's me.
Nice.
That's me.
Corin and Manderporth.
So I addressed the challenge with violence or coercion. Well, I beat the crap out of the cuttlefish seller.
Yes, and then gave him money, which is not how that normally goes, but okay.
Yeah. And you coercioned the ghost lady.
You did.
And I coerced the ghost lady. Yep.
Yep. So that's 2 XP for that one.
Expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I don't know that I really did that anywhere.
You had 2 backgrounds today.
Which ones?
You had one for Corin, and you had one for Zamira.
For Zamira, well, that's what I was
thinking. You get XP for expressing Zamira.
All right. That fills my playbook advancement.
Nice. And did you struggle with things from your vice or traumas?
No.
That's fine. You don't always.
I would like to make a case for another one for belief, strides, heritage, or background.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, and I'm not sure, like, if this is, like, whether I would call this beliefs or drives, but it's somewhere in that conceptual territory. Like, the fact that Corin's response to, oh no, the ghost lady inside me who really likes me is, like, bursting out because I'm too full. Like, that his response to that was not, I'm going to throw her up and we will find a different plan, but was, I'm going to make this work. And, like, timeshare my body with her.
Does that feel like a thing that is like tells you something about Corin?
I don't know that that's as much as Corin as. I was thinking about, he approached, Mercy, and she said you've got to deal with.
Yeah, with Mercy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's definitely.
Right, I'm kind of honor bound to make that right before I can do anything else.
Yeah, so I definitely get one for that as well. Yep.
I think that's a lot of what Corin's about.
Yep. So you got 4 there without any for. Yep. Cool.
Yep.
Excellent.
Yeah, and I mainly say that because like my assumption would have been Corin's response is like, cool, we kick the ghost out, we knock her out, we tie her up, and we just carry her. Right? Like,
it
feels like the natural Corin response, and we got something very different.
Yeah.
So that was interesting to me.
Yeah. Shall we do
crew
who's got the crew questions?
I got it. I got this.
Mm-hmm.
Did we execute a successful smuggling? No.
Not yet.
Did we acquire new clients?
No, not yet.
What about my demon friend?
Your demon friend is not a client.
I know.
Contraband sources?
They could be.
Your demon friend can
close.
smuggle whatever the fuck they want on their own. They do not need you to smuggle.
That is true. Actually, no. So I think, did we gain a new client in Madame Settler?
Not yet.
Yep. Okay, we're still working on
the end of this.
That is fair.
Hopefully.
Yep.
Did we contend with challenges above our current station?
Spirit
yes.
Wardens.
Yes, Spirit Wardens. That's one.
Yep. And also demons.
And the demon. So that's 2. Tick tick. Did we bolster our reputation or develop a new one?
Yes, what reputations do you have? You have a lot.
Subtle, strange, and savvy.
You definitely got
strange.
Yeah, definitely strange. I don't think the others.
I would like to come back to.
Subtle would have been good if it didn't blow up something halfway.
Yeah.
Well, this is the thing, right? Like last time we talked about like that we were moving in the direction of something in the like daring, brutal, the like big and explosive and loud exposure space, and like we just did that again.
Yeah, if daring, I can see.
Yeah, I think let's go with. I think I like daring.
Take daring and get an XP.
Because yeah, with spirit wardens all around is really not the best time to be like setting off bombs. But we fucking did it anyway.
Yep. Good job.
Yeah, so we marked 2 for that. And then did we express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew?
I think I can see 1 for that.
Mm-hmm.
Which is Corin and V working together to find her mum. Like Corin and Adi working together to find her mum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we got a little bit of Corin also reacting to the fact that we blew up a bridge. And a little bit of Belle. Like, we got to see how both Belle and Corin felt about that fact.
Mm-hmm.
Which is the thing that neither of them
cool,
previously knew.
Yeah, I don't know that for me is enough about the crew as much as it is about the individual characters there. Like, and it's a specific event. It doesn't feel enough in like the continual narrative of the crew to me. But I definitely,
I feel like it says something about the essential nature of the crew that, again, like to come back to the same point I made, in fact, at this time last week, that like no one was like, oh my god.
No one was like, you killed all those people. Right, good point.
Yeah, no one was like, I'm out.
Yeah, no, that's true. Okay, yeah, no, take an XP for that, for the lack
you killed
of
100 people. Yeah. That seems reasonable.
Yeah, no, that's true. Sorry, I forgot about that bit.
Yeah. Or in Belle's case, what?
Yeah.
And they didn't even really notice the number, but like, close enough.
Yep, cool.
Yep, and we didn't finish a job, so we don't tick factions.
Not yet.
Cool.
We did it. Good. Well,
yay.
we'll see the conclusion of that next week. I'm so happy with where this story is at, as far as like the number of weird things going on and like intersecting threads and all that sort of stuff. It's a good time. So let's do some shout outs. We'll go back the other way, starting with Derek.
All right, my name is Derek. I am part of the Dice Stormers. You can check us out on YouTube. We are playing role-playing games of all different stripes, and we've just put up another episode of The Sunless Citadel last night, so that's pretty good. Check that out.
Cool.
And I'm a game designer and a YouTuber. I think that's it.
Yeah, cool, awesome. People can find you on Twitter at Dungeon Map.
That's right.
Yes. Luke.
Wasn't I at the start? Shouldn't it be V?
No. V was at the start.
Was she? I don't even remember. Hello, everyone. I'm Luke. I am a game designer. You can find games that I've written in the past at gamesfromthewildwood.itch.io. If you like games that are spooky and sad and sincere, and like weirdly specific, I think those are my 4 S-themed keywords. If you would like to see games I'm working on at the moment and support that, you can find me on Patreon at patreon.com/gamesfromthewildwood. I also am the host and one of the producers of a podcast, an actual play podcast, where we play queer, intimate role-playing games. And we are like, after a bit of a hiatus, like we're getting our workflow back together, and our Dogs in the Vineyard campaign is going to start coming out. We did a session last night. It was really fucking good. So like, you all should go to Twitter at feelingsfirst_ and check us out. We played Monster Hearts once. It was also very good. And my non-capitalist plug of the week is this. The other week at work, my boss bought me a new chair. A chair all of my own. And while I acknowledge that buying a chair involves capitalism, my plug in general is not that you buy a chair, but it's that you like think about your comfort when you sit, because like it is a thing we spend a bunch of our lives doing in this modern sedentary era, and like it is important to your back and it's important to your comfort. So like think about where you sit and like what height you like to sit at, and like whether you like to sit on the floor or on a chair or on a stool or work standing up at a desk for that matter. And like think about your comfort in your working space.
Cool.
Ergonomics is important. Otherwise you end up with
Yeah. V, shut up.
Yeah. Thanks everyone for having us and our weird ghostly traversals through Dusk Ghostful. I've been V. I'm one half of Story Brewers Roleplaying. We are putting out Good Society, a Jane Austen RPG at the moment, which is really exciting. Yeah, so check our work on Story Brewer's website. My non-capitalist plug for this week is I went camping actually recently, like in the great outdoors, and you would not believe how great the great outdoors is. So even though I see you through a screen and through the magical power of the internet and computers, sometimes maybe go outside.
solid advice, as strange as it seems. Awesome. I've been Ash. I've been your host and your GM today. This is my channel, so if you haven't hit that follow button, smash that, because we do so much cool stuff here. We got more role playing coming up in a few days, and then we also do some video game stuff throughout the week. You can find me here on Twitch and also on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Tumblr, and Patreon if you want to support my ongoing game design work at Acegiak, ACEGIAK. Other than that, this has been an absolute blast. I've had a great time tonight, getting up to some shenanigans with you all. But alas, we must go, so we will catch you all later. Bye.